All right, if I don't press record, I'm literally just gonna keep sitting here and testing the camera. So let's get started. I think the last time that I did one of these videos was when I was 18 or 19. So I haven't done one of these in a few years or whatever. I figured that I would film one today. One thing I've learned about myself is that I want to create more. Anything that lets me be creative, I want to be a part of it. I've noticed that I feel proud of myself when I can reflect and actually see my creativity shine through a project or something that I've worked on. So whether that be projects that I would work on in school or like YouTube videos like this, just something that I can have that's like visible to myself. Trust the timing of your own life. Everyone has their own track in life. I think it's like normal, but when I was younger and like even around my age now, I would just like wonder, not like too deep in thought, but I would just like wonder why certain things work for certain people, but like the same thing can't be applied to my life. I've noticed that it's not necessarily that those things can't happen for you, it's that they most likely weren't meant to happen for you in that way or at that time. So trust the timing of your own life. I've come to the conclusion that I don't like avocados. I tried to like them, but I remember I tried avocado toast, I tried avocado with eggs, I tried avocado in sandwiches, which wasn't that bad. That's not the worst. The worst I had tried was when I put avocado in my smoothie. I had replaced the banana with an avocado, and that was the worst. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Not that I was ever the type of person to like want to get revenge, but I just realized that you don't always have to make someone pay for what they did to you or make someone feel bad because they made you feel bad. I wrote down in my notes like where the Bible talks about an eye for an eye. So that's Matthew chapter 5, verse 38 to 42. Next life lesson: go out, be out, enjoy your life, and have fun. Most recently, like in this past year, was my senior year of college. I had gone in with the mindset that I wanted to be more social and strengthen the friendships that I already had, but then also make new ones. So I took each opportunity like as it was presented to me, but I also had like made an effort, of course. So I had been a part of more clubs and I had gone to them consistently. So I had made new friends through that. And I also would say yes to things more often than I would or than I have. And most of the things like I wanted to say yes for anyway. Yeah, like I was just conscious to ask myself, why would I say no rather than saying yes? Yeah, that helped me to go out and make memories and have more fun by just saying yes to things. The you that you see yourself being in the next 1, 2, or 5 years is the same you today. Yes, you can change and things change around you, but like maybe you have all those qualities in you now that you see yourself having in the next 5 years. So I am trying to be reminded that any version of myself in the future is just a spin-off of the blueprints that I have of myself today. Love and comfortability are two of the more so blinding emotions. The more comfortable you are in something, the less you allow yourself to experience more or experience something different. Being comfortable, not even like in regards to love, but being comfortable where you are. Like obviously your first thought isn't to make yourself uncomfortable in life. But being comfortable can kind of narrow your mindset and narrow what you think you can accomplish. The next one that I wrote was to just pray and go on about your day rather than dwelling on the one thing that kind of like dampened your day. Just pray about it and like continue on with what you were doing. Slowly is the fastest way to get where you want to be. The more you try and shortcut your way around things, the longer and more frustrating it may be when you actually have to do it the right way. This one I've forgotten where I had heard it, but it is to not worry about how you're going to build the whole wall, just focus on laying one perfect brick today. Same thing as saying not to focus on the destination, but to focus on your journey. If you take the steps that you know you can daily, even if they're small, like eventually the whole task will be completed. Life doesn't always give you what you want, but it gives you what you need. I'm trying to think of an analogy. Life is like a blanket. Each person has their own blanket. Every person's blanket has unique stitching. I don't know where I'm going with this. Even if you think that certain stitchings may have been an error, when you look at it from a broader perspective, you realize that all those little moments were just being made to create your blanket of life. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Don't compartmentalize every aspect of your life. Not everything is a phase, and not everything was meant to fit in a box. This one kind of matches the other one I said, but give your emotions to God as soon as you feel them. Yeah, you don't have to harbor your emotions to yourself, or I'm learning that I don't have to like bundle it all to myself. I'm kind of getting more comfortable with the idea of like just expressing what I'm thinking, at least directly to the person. Everyone does things differently. So no matter how frustrated you get, you have to remember that not everyone does or thinks the same way that you do. As we view obstacles as mountains to climb, we're actually reaching the highest points of our lives with each step. Like, you know the saying like, oh, I took one step forward and then it's like 3 steps back. Even those 3 steps back, they're just like molding you and strengthening you to be able to take a stronger 5 steps forward. Take the actions to create a life worth loving. Do the things that you like to do. Do the things that you know make you happy. Just prioritize yourself and prioritize making yourself happy and feeling well. This one I don't know how to explain too much, but I wrote that being open to a shift in your mindset or like a shift in your outlook on certain situations is really important for your actions that will follow. So if you go into something super close-minded and thinking that it's going to be one way, like no matter how the situation turns out, you're still going to try and see it in that light. The next one I wrote was pretty short and sweet, but it's just to pick yourself up. Like it's really your choice to pick yourself up. Like all throughout different stories in the Bible, Jesus encourages us to stand up. He's always reaching out a hand for us to stand up and be strong. When you're stuck, drink water, take a shower, or go for a walk. Do any of those 2 combos and you will not feel the same way that you did before. Do what you can with what you've got. Don't know how to explain that one further. Do what you can with what you've got. Money comes and goes. Once you understand that money is something that like ebbs and flows, you'll be less inclined to hold on to it. Okay, we've reached number 22. The last one that I've written for today is don't destroy your peace by confronting everything that you observe. It kind of goes synonymously. My big words, guys. I think you keep the big words. It kind of goes hand in hand with the saying that like ignorance is bliss, but I'm not saying be ignorant. I'm just saying that you don't have to give headspace to every minor thing that you pick up. So you can just notice it in that moment, take a mental note, and then like carry on with what you're doing. Not every situation requires your input. Not every situation requires your headspace. So those are the 22 things that I've learned by 22. I am still learning each one more and more. If you want to, you can comment on which one was your favorite, or what's a lesson that you think that you can learn better, or what's something that you have learned by your age, whatever age you may be at. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.